everyone, I've got some great news and I want to introduce my new book to you. It's called Learn Six Sigma Statistics Using Microsoft Excel. So previously you've probably seen I've written Minitab books, but now we're using Microsoft Excel as the equivalent vehicle to learn Six Sigma statistics. So we learn the same kind of topics within the book. So understanding basic statistics, then we move on to hypothesis testing, one sample t-test, two sample t-test, paired t, two variances. Then we move on to the different kinds of ANOVA that you can get on Microsoft Excel, and then we also learn correlation, regression, and even multiple regression, and that's mostly using the Data Analysis ToolPak within Excel. But we then have to build specialist templates for using for conducting SPC analysis, process capability, and for measurement systems. We've got three great tools within the book, but we make templates for. They're the Type 1 Gage study, Gage Linearity and Bias study, and even the very common Gage R&R Crossed. So you can learn how to build templates for those in Microsoft Excel using this book. And again, the book teaches you how to use those techniques using example-based learning. Okay, so that means we get given an example of a Six Sigma scenario, then we solve that together in the book. Then you'll get some exercises as well, and we use data sets that are available from rmk6sigma.com, which you can download and then use along with the book. I haven't done any videos yet, but I intend to do some videos to support the book and put those on the RMK Six Sigma YouTube channel as well. So for now, let's have a quick look on the computer and see some of the screenshots and what the templates you can expect to build using the book. So here's a presentation that I've made that extracts some of the highlights from the book. So basic statistics. In this book, we need to know a bit more because previously in my other books, we've had Minitab working as a black box for us doing all the stats. So this book starts off with a greater emphasis on understanding the background statistics required to drive those Excel functions. And a good example of that is testing for normality. So in Minitab, you're a couple of clicks away for testing for normality, but here we have to learn how to set up Excel templates to do that for us. In the intro, I spoke about the different hypothesis tests that we learn in this book, but what we also feature is, for some of those tests, is working out the power. So I've shown a table template here that we have, and what I also try and show is a little indicator at the bottom of that which shows that we benchmark those against Minitab. So not only for the tests on the right hand side, but also for the power and sample size routines as well. So they're benchmarked against Minitab, so you can have confidence in knowing that you've set up Excel to work in the same way. We also go on to ANOVA, and there's three different versions of ANOVA that are easily available to us in Excel. And also beyond that, we want to be able to produce charts that help us interpret the data, like the main effects plot and the interactions plot, and we learn how to do that as well. In the SPC chapter, we learn how to make the main control charts for continuous data, the IMR, the X bar R and the S bar R charts. Again, you can see they're benchmarked, and we also learn how to get the templates to detect special causes. So you can see the two charts here, and they're detecting two types of special causes, and that's done automatically in the template. So I've not colored those data points in differently. The spreadsheet is doing that for me, so it detects special causes. Moving on to process capability, which is strongly linked to SPC, so we use those same charts. We form the same metrics that we would see in Minitab in the middle, and we also get a capability chart, and we learn how to produce those in templates so it's easily interchangeable for our data. Then we go into correlation and regression, so we learn the correlation and regression routines that are available in Excel. They are benchmarked. We also learn how to form the residual plots that are used to validate the studies. And if you know a bit about regression, you'll know about confidence intervals and prediction intervals. So we learn how to form those for simple regression. And also we'll go on to multiple regression. It still surprises me that Excel can do multiple regression, but we learn how to do that. And the example shown here, we're using the residuals to recognize that there's a higher order term that should be in the model, and we learn how to put that in the model. We also learn how to add binary categorical variables to the study. Then we have the measurement system analysis chapter, which I'm particularly proud of because it presents templates for three tools. So the first one is the Type 1 Gage study. The second one is the Gage Linearity and Bias study. And the third one is the Gage R&R Crossed. So you can form templates for these. The templates are copyrighted, but they're free to use and distribute.
And then finally, the last chapter is Design of Experiment, where we learn screening designs in the form of Plackett-Berman, and then also full factorial for modeling. And here we've also formed a simple contour plot. So there's two versions of the book available. There's the ebook and the paperback, both from Amazon. Please give it a try and send some feedback in. I'd really appreciate that. Thank you and stay safe.